the latest in the PDP saga, a situation where several or many, there are now many, we can describe the situation as many chieftains of the party declaring support for the presidential re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu while remaining as PDP chieftains. Take the case of the former governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, now a minister in the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Why? Because he supported with his massive supporters in Rivers State the presidential election of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And Governor Seyi Makinde did the same thing in 2023, throwing his weight behind the election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, even remaining like Nyesom Wike, a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party. And others like that. Now, the former PDP governor of Ekiti State, Ayọdele Ifayoṣe, who has also declared that nothing will stop him from supporting the re-election of he supported the election and now the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And now he describes the party as dead because what people can see now is the body without soul of PDP, because the soul has left the body. The principal stay, the principal backbone of the party has gone in the chieftains that have left. So what you now have is a carcass, a corpse of the PDP and no more PDP. On hearing that from Ifayoṣe, the caretaker chairman of the PDP in Ekiti State, Dare Adeleke, is quoted as telling Ayọdele Ifayoṣe to leave the party, to go and join the All Progressives Congress. I was asking myself, what if he does not leave the party? But Adeleke has said that all the PDP chairmen in Ekiti State have disowned Ayọdele Ifayoṣe. So they no longer recognize him as a member of the party. Because since, as according to Ifayoṣe, the party is dead, and what remains is the corpse, the carcass. I'm quoting him, carcass. He calls it carcass, corpse, So, Ayọdele Ifayoṣe, we have to ask him, and the others, Nyesom Wike, Seyi Makinde, Samuel Otom, and now Ademola Adeleke of Osun State, all of them like that. What are you still doing in the PDP? You abandon the party where it matters most. So I think those who have resigned from the PDP, the governors, two of them who have of Delta State and of Akwa Ibom State that have resigned from the party are more honorable in the sense that they are not creating a scenario of one leg in, one leg out, like Nyesom Wike, Seyi Makinde, Ayọdele Ifayoṣe, Ademola Adeleke, Samuel Otom, and the rest of them like that. So, well, of course, anybody decamping into the All Progressives Congress does not mean for Nigeria with the way Tinubu is running Nigeria and to what he has reduced Nigeria to a shadow of itself. Economically, security-wise, in fact, Nigerians are in disarray as to cost of living, staggering cost of living in a nation making money from petroleum and somebody declaring all subsidies gone, paying workers less than living wage and uh, claiming to be transferring funds to indigent households, turning workers' households into indigent households. Even for workers to go to work now, cost of transportation alone, not to talk of feeding and cost of living generally speaking. So why will any normal person want to decamp into such a party and to support the re-election of such a person? Of course, that was what Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself did when he supported the re-election of President Muhammadu Buhari, notwithstanding herdsmen terrorism and all the insecurities and the outcry of Nigerians for cost of living. So, which he has even made much worse, more than double worse what he inherited. Things have gone beyond most Nigerians reach. Survival is now an Herculean task. So, but why do you think these politicians are decamping into the All Progressives Congress with the situation of things on ground? Why? So those decamping are in one class. Those who say they are not decamping but they are supporting, oh my God, this life. But at any rate, I keep appealing to Nigerians to let us start with justice, with justice, and that is North-South justice and zonal justice, to go for Peter Obi, because it's from the Southeast. And if you don't want the Southeast to produce Nigeria's president, dismantle Nigeria and let those who want to remain. Because the whole structure is lopsided and you are using Islam and Christianity, because this issue of the Southeast is about religion, as far as I see it. The Muslim North that don't want the Southeast to produce Nigeria's president, the Southeast is Christian, largely Christian. So bringing religious factor in and the rest of it, the Goodluck Ebele Asikwe Jonathan truncated rotational presidency because it was not legalized. So, and there's no reason why we should not legalize North, South, and zonal justice. But better still, let's go regional. Adopt the 1963 Constitution for true federalism. All these 36 states, 774 local governments, and people are now, I don't know who is engineering the agitation for more states and more local governments. As if you run states and local government with sand rather than with money. To create the structures of a state, the structures of a local government. So all of this is gobbling more of the money. More so, these are self-seeking politicians claiming fuel subsidy in a nation living on petroleum money. Already says it all, that these people are about corruption, not about Nigeria. And that is what the Boko Haram Muslim community is saying, that Nigeria is plagued by abuse of Western education to perpetrate haram. And that is the only reason Nigeria is retrogressing. And with worsening mass abject poverty. Nigeria is not progressing, it's retrogressing, going down and down the drain. And under Tinubu, all subsidies are gone. We don't know what he's doing with money. Still sinking Nigeria in debts. No. And some people now saying they are decamping into the party, and that whether they are not decamping into the party, but they are supporting his re-election. Nigerians, wake up. Don't sit on the fence. As I've been saying, let's go all out, support Peter Obi. Why? If only because we must go back to justice. Where there is no justice, don't expect peace. All the insecurities in Nigeria is because of religious, political, and economic injustices. That is it. I ask people, I say, where are all these mushrooming armed bandits coming from during the presidency of Muhammadu Buhari? And they told me because the economy is bad, everybody is looking for how to survive by all means. So let's start with justice. North-South justice, zonal justice. And as I say, better still, let's go federalism. But they are resisting it, saying that the Nigerian unity is not negotiable. At the same time, you are not doing justice. You impose herdsmen terrorism on Nigeria. You impose the war against Boko Haram Muslim community on Nigeria. You impose in Nigeria presidents that double themselves as Nigeria's petroleum ministers without accounting for anything. That was the case with Muhammadu Buhari. That is the case with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So let us start with Peter Obi from the southeast. He represents North-South justice, zonal justice. That is something substantial that can lead to a nation built on justice rather than on Islam, Christianity, and self-aggrandizement. Self-seeking people hiding behind Islam and Christianity. Of course, Christianity and Islam have always been political religions, looking for members, gathering members, and indoctrinating them and, brainwashing them. That's what they are. Judaism, Christianity, Islam. That is what they represent. Religious, political, and economic injustices. Exploitation in the synagogue, church, and mosque. That is their history. If you don't know anything about it other than holy, go and buy history of the religions. Go and buy the history of the religion. And if you know how to interpret their holy picture, you will see the corruption in it. But yes, I tell you that.